Hello and good evening again. This is a short update of AmiCube V1 assembly progress. And as of now, I have only the bottom side of the board fully assembled. And the reason I'm going to make a short break here is to test every single component, double check the values, and measure all the voltage levels for the voltage regulator subsystem. So this thing here was the whole voltage regulation was actually previously, when it comes to Minimig, on the top. And I have these spacers here, standoffs with a little bit of space here, so I can actually put the board like this without making a problem or shorting out the circuit. And on the top side here, I have I actually soldered a couple of components just for testing purposes. This will be removed before I start assembling the top, because I will use stencil printer, and I must, because of this tiny pitch and BGAs. But for now, this is good enough to test, so I can measure voltage, check all the voltage levels, of course, and double check if there is any continuity issues and so forth. So because it's a prototype, it's very important to go step by step and check every single value, because if something doesn't work, and most probably won't from the first go, then at least you eliminated these obvious things that may happen during the assembly. So what else to say? I mean, this is very standard assembly, nothing special about these 805 components. The difference is these decap capacitors here, they're 0402, and this is the first time I'm using in production such a small component. You can see the difference in size. The reason, I could use, I can use larger components, but because the pitch, it's such a small, tiny pitch for the FPGA, this is much easier to kind of hit the power pins and do the proper decoupling, because when you do decoupling, you need to go closer to the pin as possible. And this is why I decided to go with the 0402, although it shouldn't be a problem either way, because my pick and place machine is certified to do 0402. In fact, before doing the delivery, they did all the measurements and testing using this component size, so should be okay. I never tested myself my pick and place machine in using this size, but I'm hopeful that it will work just fine. So that's that. When it comes to voltage regulation, we can check now. Maybe I can, and I'm doing this for the first time. I haven't had a chance to actually test this before. I don't expect any surprises, because this is, after all, my proven design from before. I'm using the same types of components, and should be all right. So this should be plus 2.5. Okay, spot on. This one should be plus 1.25, I believe. Yeah, that's good enough. This should be 3.3 plus 3.3. There you go. And now 5 volts. This is 5 volts regulated. Yeah, that's that. And plus 12 volts. This is coming directly from power supply. Yeah, plus 12 volts. That looks fine. I've actually added these test points. That's how it's called, actually. TP test points. And I like having the LEDs in different colors and the test points, because sometimes you can just at a glance see if you have short somewhere, or something's not really working well. And now the other thing that I should check is this part here. But here it shouldn't be any surprises, because this is basically, let me just adjust camera a little bit better. This is coming directly from power supply, and we already kind of measured this on the other side, 12 volts. So that's that. Seems like it's doing well. So next thing that I need to do for this side is just test continuity for every single component, make sure there's no short somewhere, although if there was, most probably I would see it here, because this is all kind of passive components voltage related to the power supply. So either way, I'll check the continuity. It's not going to take too much time. And after then, I think that's about that. We can go from there. If there's no any issues, I will desolder these components here in the corner. So I need to, this barrel jack, I need to remove it. Of course, this trench diode, also the fuse and these LEDs. There is also one resistor here, zero ohm resistor for, well, it's not a 0 ohm, it's not that much of the resistor, it's just a jumper, I would say. So that needs to be removed as well and cleaned up. All the, I need to even remove the flags and all the solder and everything else. And then we can start doing the stencil for this side. And this is going to be quite an adventure for me, mostly because this huge FPGA chip with this ball grid array. There is 600-ish something pins here, and there's no space for making a mistake. My heart is saying, okay, just, you know, wing it, use tweezers and be very precise, drop the part there, everything's going to be all right. But actually what I know from the experience working with such a tiny pitch is that what I should do is take my time, set up pick and place machine, make sure machine does it every time with 100% accuracy, and then just drop the component using pick and place machine, because if there is a short here or misalignment, then it's a big problem. You cannot see it. You need to use X-ray to see if there's any issues, and then if you need to replace the component, you need to do the reballing, clean up, and all sorts of things. So kind of to avoid all that, I'll do absolutely my best to do it using a machine rather than doing it manually. And then once everything is in place, then I will need a little bit of time to kind of change constraints when it comes to Minimig and my previous work with the floppy disk module and stuff like that. Because of course now we have totally different system. I need to recompile everything for Spartan-6. Constraints needs to be changed. Some timing constraints perhaps. There will be a lot of tweaking before we can even see Workbench screen running OCS here. But hopefully, when everything's said and done, maybe within a week, we'll have this monumental step forward and running the large modern part that we can use for AGA and all the other expansion we want to make. So that's about that. I'll keep you posted. First step was made. Small one though, but significant. All 402 components are in place. Power voltage regulation seems to be okay. No shorts, seems like it. And we can go from here. Again, stay tuned and thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.